Hi and welcome to day 2, why just push through it keeps backfiring. It's me again, Doc Loopy. So yesterday we talked about prediction errors and why your fear is a rational response after a rupture or avulsion. Today I want to explain why you can be highly disciplined and used to push, hide pain, don't complain and don't show weakness and still find yourself stuck on the couch, overwhelmed and oscillating between doing too much and not doing enough. This is not a character flaw, it's how your brain is usually built. There are two brains in one body in ourselves, the system 1 and the system 2. Psychologists often describe the two modes. System 1 is a fast, emotional, survival-driven and automatic mode, and the system 2 is a slower, analytical, planning and adult in the room mode. So in the consult room, system 2 is usually in charge. So you listen carefully, you understand the long arc of 6 to 12 months, it's realistic for a serious hamstring rupture, and then you agree to a long, structured rehab block that makes sense. And then you go home and you see your team training, they're at full speed, you have your contract, selections, or an age window that's ticking, and social media shows people that are back after 3 months. So system 1 wakes up and screams, you're falling behind, do more, test it now, don't be the weak one. So you oscillate, one day you overdo because you're terrified of losing your place and your body, and the next day you underdo because you feel a twinge and you want to feel like you prove something is wrong and no one can really clearly explain it, and you can't risk re-injuring. So from the inside, it feels like chaos. From the outside, people may quietly think, why can't she just drop it and just stick to the plan? Time discounting why long rehab feels impossible. So on paper, the big win is better, which is the second one. But emotionally, especially in a state of threat, identity loss, and the short-term relief of feeling like myself for one session is very seductive. So this is why telling yourself to just be patient usually fails. System 2 cannot overpower System 1 for 24 plus weeks straight without support. So quick note before we go on, so you know what lanes I can support you with. I've put everything together that I'm explaining here in free guides that are evidence-based. They explain the proximal hamstring avulsion pathways, how the MRIs can be interpreted, what the injury actually is, and how to use it for your specific case. You can download them on my website, it's linked underneath this video. If you're in a real surgery versus conservative gray zone and you don't know which path to choose and can't find support, I created a structured telemedical second opinion called the Hamstring Surgery Clarity Audit. It's a framework that can support, in your specific case, what direction makes more sense. Or if you're still before or right after surgery, but feel like you're drifting in rehab, there's a hamstring recovery roadmap call I can support you with. It's a 45-minute call after you email me your details and a 12-week written roadmap with exercises for you. And if you've already chosen surgery and want a full 24-week system instead of improvising week by week, that's the Own Your Hamstring Recovery program. It's a personalized phase-based recovery navigator that sits along surgeon and physio and starts before surgery and goes all the way 6 months after surgery. All of these layers are decision and education support layers around your local medical care. Links are below if you want to see what fits you. You can read there again. Now let's get back to the reading. You don't need more motivation. What you need is a better system. So there's a mindset idea I like to use with athletes. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So most serious athletes I work with do not lack goals. What's missing is decision architecture that protects them when mood is low, fear spikes, and guilt about money, time, and being lazy at home kicks in, or social pressure is high. So for example, of systems that help are pre-scheduled rehab sessions in your calendar, treated like training, not optional extras, clear yellow versus red rules for pain, tightness, or agreed to the physio, yellow, adjust and continue, and red, stop and get things checked. And phase-based targets instead of, I should be better by now. Like right now, my job is phase 2, strength and gait. I steer here as long as my body needs me to be, not I must be match ready no matter what my body's healing timeline needs. So athletes who look super disciplined often just have a stronger system around them and around their injured self. So where we are going with this next. Today's idea was you're not failing rehab because you lack willpower, you're missing a structure that can carry you when you feel fragile and tempted to escape. So tomorrow we'll look at the chaos gap, why gym strength and good exercises often do not translate into feeling safe at game speed, and why you can lift heavy and still feel your hamstring shut down during sport. So one safe next step for you. So this today is just general education, not individual medical advice. Your surgeon and physio remain your primary guide, of course. Please talk with them before changing any of your plan. And if you notice yourself stuck between fear of overdoing versus fear of underdoing, a practical step is take 10 minutes to block 3 specific rehab sessions this week in your calendar. Then send that plan to your physio and ask, does this look like a sensible base I can commit to? And if yes, commit to it, and also tell a person that will check on you. And if you feel you'd benefit from more structure and professional support, explore my Own Your Hamstring Recovery program. You have not failed because rehab feels hard. You are navigating a long, messy process without a system that truly matches your stakes. That can change. Let's talk again tomorrow how.